think I'm encouraged when I see those things. You don't necessarily have to have those. Someone like me, oily skin type, you don't really see those that much. But if you have drier skin, you may see those. What is that? That's the increasing in that surface cell turnover. That's the goal. That's what we want. So people say to me, oh, I've tried retinols in the past. I can't use them. They cause too much irritation. Well, they probably tried an unstabilized retinol. It had a high strength at the beginning.
Yeah.
That efficacy broke down very quickly, so they had irritation and then no results. And that's why we talked about earlier that misconception about retinol. You're just not getting the retinol that they profess. You have to use a stabilized retinol to get that difference.
And again, it's $21.67, and last opportunity. This is a full 1 ounce supply, I just want to let you know. And that's going to be, 1 ounce is going to be 60 days for you. And you're going to use this, what's recommended, every night, as Dr. Will was saying. But if we want to use it during the day, because I would love to use this during the day just for the hydration of it, too.
You can absolutely use it during the day. You know, everyone has their personal bias. I use it at night just because I think it's easier to do that way. But if you're going to do it either day or night, this is how you should do your regime. Wash with something very mild, because this itself is very powerful. So a mild wash with lukewarm or cool water, preferably letting your face air dry. Then a pearl size amount, or maybe just a little bit less, is enough to cover your entire face. Give that a few minutes, and if it's during the day, you can put your sunscreen on and then makeup or whatever else you need. At night, you're good to go. You don't need anything else. Unless you wanted to use just a little bit of moisturizer, if you need it, you could.
Okay, and this is like your pearl size
that's enough for your entire face. People have a real hard time understanding that. It's so powerful, and that's the reason you need very little.
And you don't want to over-apply, because then it won't last you the 60 days.
That's true,
right?
and also you may get a little more tingling, a little more erythema, a little more redness if you over-apply too much. So that tiny little bit, trust me, works very, very well.
All right, last 18 minutes to go with our brand new line that we've been waiting for, and we're so excited to have Neutrogena Dermatologics joining us today with their hero product. If you're just tuning in, this is the Retinol NX Serum, and it's incredible because you have the marriages of two exclusive technologies in this one line. It's retinol and tetrol E, and the retinol is stabilized, which makes it so unique and so different than any other retinol product on the market. And the tetrol E is great for firming. Is that right? Am I getting it now?
Yeah, absolutely. That's
firming.
Exactly the case. It provides that superior hydration. It firms, lifts, and it restores the visible appearance of loss of collagen, that tetrol E. So those combination of those two things together, it's a beautiful marriage. They work hand in hand. They give you those phenomenal clinical results we talked about.
And many of you are shopping with us in this last hour. Stay on your phone lines toll-free at 1-888-2020-888. And also the product is online, too, if you'd like to read about it there and order from our website, theshoppingchannel.com. You can pick it up. And keep in mind, the introductory price is for a limited time only. So a limited time only while quantities last, and already close to 850 bottles sold today here. And it is brand new. It's never been in Canada. We're the only retailers that has Neutrogena Dermatologics. Again, your item number is 430435. And if you love your serums, and you love your serums to be fast absorbing, fast acting, fast results, and to be dermatologist recommended, to be clinically proven, this is a great, great opportunity, and something that you can incorporate into what you're already using to make what you're already using even better. So, and this is all about really turning over the skin cells, helping address fine lines and wrinkles, and the clinicals on this product were amazing. And these were clinicals done by dermatologists, correct?
It was a double-blind study performed by dermatologists, and the results that they gave were absolutely remarkable. And I think it's worth going back to those and discussing them again. Even the first use, exceptional hydration was noted, and that lasts up to 24 hours. But you get a lifted appearance in as fast as 2 minutes. And one of the reasons of that is that tetrol E. In 2 minutes, the diameter of skin cells was reduced by 18%, and the area cells decreased by 41%.
Wow.
So it really lifts your look there, that tetrol E.
And that's just using it the first time.
That's within the first 24 hours. Yeah, you'll get that great result right away. You'll feel tightness. This is what I like the best. This is what I really try to explain to patients when they come to my office in Beverly Hills. If I only had one statistic to pull from this study, 97% of users showed improvement in the appearance of crow's feet and fine lines at the 4-week mark. That's an incredibly powerful statistic there. 89% showed improvement in the appearance of stubborn forehead wrinkles. And then at 8 weeks, that's when you still get those other great results, but also this is the number that at 8 weeks in the study, 70% showed improvement in the appearance of stubborn under the eye wrinkles.
Those are huge results in a very short time.
I mean, 8 weeks is not a lot to ask. I mean, if you're looking at the begining of June, you know, you're really getting into those summer months. If you start now, that's when you'll really start seeing it. You'll be prepared for the summer. I always try to tell this story because not really a story, it's kind of boring, but bear with me. What happens is if you know a child in your life, think of a child 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 years old. Think of a child and look at their skin. you notice that the tone is beautiful, the texture is beautiful, no fine lines, no wrinkles. Why is that? There's a specific reason for that. They have increased surface cell turnover. They're growing. Their cells are sloughing off much faster than ours. As we age, that surface cell turnover slows way down. And that's why, you know, kids are doing it much faster than that 35 to 57-day period. Their cells are sloughing off very quickly. And that's why they have that beautiful tone, that beautiful texture, that baby soft skin. As we age, that slows down considerably. And what we want to do to get the improvement of those fine lines and wrinkles, to really get those anti-aging benefits from an aesthetic standpoint, increase that surface cell turnover with a stabilized retinol.
And addressing many signs of aging, too, like you're
It addresses
talking about.
so many signs of aging. So if you, if you think of just one thing, superior anti-aging results with this serum.
And so we talk about wrinkles and fine lines, and we talk about even the tone of our skin and the texture of our skin, too, right?
Absolutely, yeah.
So is it going to help even out the skin tone?
Well, it really depends on how you define those terms. But I tell people tone, texture, absolute improvement.
Okay.
Reducing the fine lines and wrinkles that you associate with aging, absolutely. The tetraleaf firms, lifts, tightens. I mean, there's so many positive benefits between those two marriages of those the proprietary formula, those two ingredients inside of it.
And Dr. Will has a thriving practice and very well
I'd like
known
to
in the
think
celebrity
so.
circles.
I have a number of celebrity patients.
And so I see. But and this is something you definitely recommend.
Well,
this and SPF, correct?
Well, I mean, here's the thing. I'll take, let's not even talk about recommendation. I have
Okay.
access to every single dermatology product.
Yeah.
This is the product that I use every single night.
Yeah.
This is, I did an episode of Dr. 90210 with my mom, and I was on a number of episodes of that show.
Yeah.
And people come up to my mom to this day and they say, hey, I saw you on Dr. 90210 with your son. What do you use for your skin? And she tells them, this is the product I use. So when you talk about a recommendation, I love the product. I recommend it all the time.
Yes.
But I wouldn't use it myself, and I certainly wouldn't have my mom on it if I didn't think it didn't
Okay.
offer those phenomenal results.
Good. All right, and let's have a look. This is something you were talking about, and actually, this is our skin in this.
Yeah, imagine this is a side view of your skin here.
organs.
This is a
Yeah.
wrinkle on your own face.
Okay.
Think of crow's feet or a stubborn forehead wrinkle. We want to increase the surface cell turnover. So what happens is
Really getting in there.
it really gets in there. But this is not a quick fix. It's not a Band-Aid. This provides you changes, increases surface cell turnover, diminishes the look of fine lines and wrinkles over time.
And I love you said because it's real. The results are going to be after the first use what you saw: exceptional hydration and lifting and firming after the 2 minutes, lifting appearance, lifted appearance.
Very real results.
Yeah.
If you do your research, there's been, they say 2,800 publications. It's far more than that on the benefits of the anti-aging properties associated with retinol, particularly stabilized retinol. It's known as the gold standard in the dermatological industry. And there's so much confusion out there. People bring in everything in their medicine cabinet. They open up their medicine cabinet. There's a ton of products in there. If you have products in your medicine cabinet and you haven't used them in 3 months, there's a reason for that. You obviously, subconsciously don't think they're working for you.
Okay.
And I tell people, it doesn't matter how much you use, it doesn't matter what you use, what matters is if you use the right product. Broad spectrum sunscreen every day with Helioplex and a stabilized retinol product every single night to increase that surface cell turnover, that is the foundation to any regime. People come in my office and they say, Dr. Kirby, I want to talk about fillers, I want to talk about neurotoxins, I want to talk about lasers, I want to talk about peels, and I say, whoa, 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 big step back. Let's build a foundation to that proverbial house. Sunblock, retinol, that's how your regime starts.
Wow, and it's $65 today at an introductory price, and this is going to be a 60-day supply for you with 3 easy pays you have here at the shopping channel at $21.67. So less than $1 a day, well under $1 a day to try this with our 30-day money-back guarantee. Incredible. It sounds amazing. It is brand new, exclusive, exciting, cutting edge. We've never offered a stabilized retinol before with the Tetra E. It is really a cutting edge formulation and 2 exclusive technologies in the Retinol NX serum. Already close to 800 or 900 out the door, and continue to dial in. Last 10 minutes to go, and online you'll be able to order with us at theshoppingchannel.com. And just to remind you, Easy Pay is only available while the item's on air, so last chance on air. So we're going to head out to the phone lines and say hello to Marie, who's joining us from Montreal.
Hi, Marie.
Hi, Marie.
Hello.
Marie. Hi.
Hi, Marie. How are you?
I'm fine, thank you. Thank you for taking my call.
Of course.
I was wondering, I've been listening to you several times this day, and you've been talking about the upper part of the face. What about around the lips? Is this effective for the lips?
That is a great question. The study was specifically, when we talk about the statistics, was done for those upper areas of the face. The crow's feet, the fine lines, the stubborn forehead wrinkles, but it's absolutely phenomenal for the entire face, and that pearl size amount is enough to cover your entire face. Now,
Good.
that comes with a common sense caution, Marie. I tell people, don't get it in your eyes, obviously, and you could put it right around your lips, but you don't want to get it in your mouth either. It's very powerful, very safe when used appropriately, dermatologist tested, but there's a common sense caution with any powerful product that you use.
Yes. So then I can put it around my lips, and this is what I wanted.
You absolutely
I'm very
can.
anxious to try everything.
It sounds exciting, doesn't it?
Yes, it does.
Now, are you going to use it at night or during the day?
I'll use it at night.
Great.
Good for you.
And
I think it's easiest that way. You know, it's one of those little tiny reminders. It adds 5 seconds to your day, and you'll really start to see those nice results. You'll see superior hydration quickly, but after that 4 to 8 week period, that's where you're really going to see that big difference.
And when you talked about